Good afternoon, traders. This is D with a quick market update just after 4 o'clock. Had a barn burner overnight. We suggested closeout trades if you were short 32 to 35. Just an educated guess, nothing more. And when I woke up this morning, wasn't really surprised to see all the way back to the scene of the crime. I had made the observation it would not surprise me to take out that 61. We have not done that yet, but certainly had a range type day rather than a breakdown or breakout from that initial range. And a lot of times that's what happens. You get to re-auction that territory over and over because it just was so fast and it needs to be re-auctioned. Globex Demon had set up at 59.5 overnight high. First overnight high right here. Got the plunge, got the push, and 41 was the angel setup. So we felt that that should be by and large the correct range. Make sure you're paid into that 42 to 41 if you shorted this morning, and then expect to find some range type trading. Inside that context, we had a number of ideas, and we felt by and large we were really trading the 55 to the 44 range. 43.5 set up as an angel. First bar out of the gate was the demon. That set up the 54.5 resistance zone, and we had a double up here. We felt that at end of lunchtime this was a double. Take one more whack, see if we could get down into that 45 to 44 range. I doubted that we would break down. I thought we could possibly test the 44s to 43s if we held the last rotation, which we did not. And we had told our traders at the time, law of alternation suggests that more than likely we'll get a bounce into the close rather than just a plunge, and similar to yesterday's late day sell-off. Looked to me like the 120 chart was a good reference chart to cap our support and the resistance and play range type trading inside it. That seemed to be the highest probability today. And right out of the gate, first bar was a demon. We felt that the resistance at the open was to the 62 to 65 range, hit the bounce, hope that we could get back down and test that, knock out the 52s to 51s. Once that 50.25 let go, we felt that we could then come down and obviously test that 48 to 45 range. If we got through it, then anything goes, and we felt the logical trade was to be done by the 42s to 41s. Had some measure moves into the 39s. That just set up as a perfect idea to use 39.5, 38 support for a buy. Anybody that wanted it, we felt high odds trade to come back. If we could get above the 42s, 43.75, then open the door for the 55 test. 5-minute rain line, perfect on re-entry. Anybody wanted shorts at that 55, and then just play the box. Basically understanding this type of a range might set up. Later in the afternoon, we looked at this second opportunity in here as a deeper chart, and you'll find these moving averages, once they start to travel down, you need to adjust them a little bit just to allow for the fact that these will continue to migrate lower and easier to step over. One way that I handle that is to change this to like a 10-minute chart, knowing the area that I'm looking for a double, and this was a perfect idea of a timing chart, going to a 10-minute RTH chart and looking again for a double bottom, probably to hold or minor break. If it did break, then anything goes, but feeling was that we were pretty well boxed. Taking it one more level, you can go to the 15-minute chart and then see it as we're getting into the close, come up and find this 55 area, a primary resistance, but realistically we prefer to switch it back to the 5 once we get a look at what these bigger players may be looking at. How about crude? Posted this chart last night to show an easy way to see a potential flipper, and rather than get into a lot of details with all of the spaghetti charts. You could just as easily take a box and show a range and duplicate it for 100% range, A, B, C, D, and that works as well as anything. So one of the things we try to do is teach traders simplicity. Not easy to do, but that's an example of how we use a simple idea to demonstrate that you don't need to be a rocket scientist to play this game. You need discipline, you need common sense, and obviously a little capital. I like the 15-minute chart today, Globex. I like the 60-minute chart, Globex. I like the 120 chart, Globex. 30-minute chart I thought was in play. 90-minute charts, 240. Once we got under 70 yesterday, keep coming with the moving averages. So in general, I thought that it would be best to try to hit a morning after trend day trade. Hope that we would get another sell-off, but don't expect us to take out the range. And think largely range trading, and that this was the first of the month, and maybe some traders will be trying to buy at a better location. So we wanted to keep it neutral, but in a range type trading environment. And we felt if as long as you weren't looking for the 25, 30 point trade, you'd be fine, and just range trade it. So that was what I had recommended. It closed in that 53 region where we had a magnet, and that's why we had suggested use that area as resistance, because we thought it would be a target and perhaps an area that might stall us for the close. All right, hope you had a great day today. This is E signing off for Market Wizards and eminywizard.com. Be well.